announced the cancellation of the 2019 March due to concerns it would be overwhelmingly white. We're going to have a discussion about this. Welcome to you all.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
So, who would like to start? And let's just unpack the initial press release that was sent out. What was the intention? I think it was misconstrued in the media just a little bit.
I would say that it was misconstrued, especially in that it isn't canceled. We have postponed the event because we felt that as organizers, the leadership team was overwhelmingly white, and we didn't feel there were really crucial voices in that room to help create an event that would reach all the communities we wanted it to.
And the use of the phrase overwhelmingly white is what the media grasped. Have you made any efforts reaching out to women leaders of color in the community, and what has the response been? Kelsey, go ahead.
So we have made an attempt, and we do want to acknowledge that we did not put enough energy into that we could have done a lot more. We did not push ourselves to really create a space that was welcoming for everyone to be involved. We did reach out to several groups that were led by people of color and several individual people of color that we knew, but only having a few people in the group that even had those connections means that it was pretty limited as far as what it is that we were capable of. So we definitely have a lot more outreach to happen going forward.
There has been a national critique of the Women's March due to the lack of inclusion of people of color, trans people, the LGBT community, etc. So what would you say to some of those critiques about, putting the burdens on people of color in the community, and then the larger scope of the critique?
We're 100% willing to take responsibility and explore ways that we can communicate such that we don't paint a picture that that's our request, because that would be wrong if that were our request. And so, I'm really leaning in to those comments and those feedbacks to better understand, ways that I can communicate and that we can all work towards that open dialogue so that we can be clear that that would not be something we would support. And the goal, again, is to have authentic connection with people in our community that brings us together to build solidarity in supporting those who are, again, at the hands of our system of oppression that is working quite effectively, and we're here to disrupt that.
Yes. Go ahead, Allison.
And I, speaking from my personal perspective, I agree with Beth that we do need to take responsibility for the impact of our words and how in our statements. And I also thinking back, knowing what we would know now, would I have changed it? And I wouldn't, because I didn't see a moral way to go forward without having these voices in our community represented. Because though white people are the majority in this county, that doesn't mean that the leadership team needs to be majority white, because then there's just going to be things that are missed.
We are going to be doing more outreach, but we wanted to make sure that this was done right. We weren't okay with it just being okay or as good as last time. Personally, I had a lot of feedback from the people of color that I know individually who were really hurt by what has happened over the last couple of years here locally and the international and national marches. And so we just really wanted to make sure that this was done right the first time and not harming more of the relationships that we're trying to build in this community.